Welcome to the Wolves Den, your weekly source for all things Albany FireWolves on 104.5 The Team. The Wolves Den is presented by Michelob Ultra. Get your Mich Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. Coming to you from the Recovery Sports Grill in East Greenbush, here's your host, Dan Bahl.
And a good Saturday morning to everyone. Welcome to the Wolves Den here on 104.5 The Team ESPN Radio, the free 104.5 The Team app. And a good morning to everyone. Hope you're enjoying the beginning of your weekend here in the Capital Region. My name is Dan Bahl. I'm the radio play-by-play voice of the Albany FireWolves, and I'm excited to welcome you to another fine episode of the Albany FireWolves official coaches show, The Wolves Den. And the Wolves Den here on 104.5 The Team is brought to you each week by Michelob Ultra. You can get your Mich Ultra Party Zone tickets now by going to albanyfirewolves.com. Coming up later on the show this morning, we'll be joined by the captain of the Albany FireWolves, Brett Manney. Now, Brett has more experience than almost anybody in the National Lacrosse League. He began his professional lacrosse career in 2008 out in San Jose. Not only that, he joined this franchise 2 iterations ago. Now, what does that mean? He joined this franchise when they were in Philadelphia. Then he was with the Philadelphia team as they transitioned to New England, and he is with the franchise once again as they transition from New England here to Albany and become the FireWolves. So Brett Manney has seen it all as a member of this franchise. He joins us just a little bit later on in the show to talk about what he has seen in his time as a professional lacrosse player, as well as what we can expect from the Albany FireWolves in the 2021-22 season as they begin play in, and as I check my calendar, under a month. It's well under a month now that they'll begin play up in Toronto. That is on Saturday, December 4th, when the FireWolves begin their season at the Toronto Rock. That is at 7 o'clock up in Toronto. There's a week off, but then a very important day in which we are also under a month away. The FireWolves will begin their home schedule on Saturday, December 18th, also at 7 p.m. at the Times Union Center when they take on Rochester. The Nighthawks come to town, and that is how the FireWolves open up their home schedule here in the 2021-22 NLL season. There's a little bit of a break for the holidays, and then they're back at it at home Saturday, January 8th, also at 7 p.m. against the Saskatchewan Rush. Most importantly, though, you need to pack the house on Saturday, December 18th. Get your tickets while you still have the chance to get tickets for their home opener on Saturday, December 18th. You can go to albanyfirewolves.com for tickets and more information. You can also call the FireWolves ticketing department at 518-362-4900, or you can go to the Times Union Center and visit either the FireWolves offices or the box office at the TU, and you can go to Ticketmaster.com. So there are so many different ways that you can get involved, get in the door to see the home opener, the inaugural home opener for the FireWolves on Saturday, December 18th at 7 p.m. I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you also follow the team on Twitter, Instagram, and everywhere on social media at ALB FireWolves. That's where you can get content every single day as the team counts it down to opening up play in the early part of December. Now, we talked about this a little bit last week on the show, maybe the last 2 weeks as well. We also talked about it in the first episode of the program where we talked to George Manius. The pregame party is something that if you don't know it, you need to know more about this. The pregame atrium party before the Albany FireWolves home opener on Saturday, December 18th at 7 p.m. will begin at 4 p.m. and will feature live music from the refrigerator. So you got live music, you've got everything else you could expect from, a party, and it's going to be a party every single Saturday when the FireWolves are at the Times Union Center. But again, the pregame atrium party gets underway at 4 p.m. You'll feature live music from the refrigerators and everything else you need to get amped up and ready for the game that gets underway at 7 p.m. So again, very exciting things happening at 7 p.m. So exciting that we needed to start the party 3 hours early just to make sure you could get in the door and be here as the FireWolves open up at the TU. Now, for some reason, if you can't make it out to the Times Union Center that day, and I know that that's nearly impossible, but if something comes up, you can also watch and listen to every single second of Albany FireWolves lacrosse during the 2021-22 season. You can catch every single game, both home and away, on television, on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and locally on My4 WNYT. And, of course, you can listen to every single game right here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. You can listen to it as well on the free 104.5 The Team app. You'll hear a very similar voice, almost the same to the one that you're listening to right now, calling every single game on the radio. You're listening to the Wolves Den here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Of course, the free 104.5 The Team app. The Wolves Den brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Get your Mich Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. Folks, registration is now open for the FireWolves Girls Lacrosse, Junior Lacrosse Clinics. Now, this is a fantastic initiative that the FireWolves are taking on. The program will take place on Tuesdays beginning on January 4th at the Knickerbocker Arena in Troy and will serve as an instructional platform developed by the FireWolves organization aimed at growing the sport of lacrosse and empowering women in the capital region. To register, visit albanyfirewolves.com or call 518-362 4900 extension 104. The FireWolves Girls Junior Lacrosse Clinics are presented by Epic Lacrosse. This is awesome. Plainly and simply put, if you have a younger daughter in your family who wants to get involved specifically in the box lacrosse game and learn from the best, learn from the pros, and get specific one-on-one coaching and training like they will never get before, the FireWolves Girls Junior Lacrosse Clinic is the perfect place to bring them. I'm so excited that the team is taking this on and spreading the fantastic game of box lacrosse everywhere around the capital region and giving your daughters essentially the chance to learn it and become the best players in the area. That it's extremely exciting. It's really awesome to be involved and watch those programs continue to grow and make sure that you get your daughter involved as well if you get the chance. So again, albanyfirewolves.com. You can also call the hotline at extension 104. And that is how you will get more information and be able to sign up. We talked about the television just a few moments ago. We talked about where you can watch every single FireWolves game, ESPN, ESPN Plus, My4 locally as well. Something we talked about earlier on before we found out the news about ESPN and ESPN Plus was that the games would also be broadcast on TSN up in Canada. So as part of that, TSN has announced their Game of the Week, which is extremely exciting. Takes it even further than just the games on television. The NLL Game of the Week on TSN begins on Saturday, December 4th. Weirdly enough, you know who plays up in Toronto on Saturday, December 4th? That's the Albany FireWolves. So they will be featured on the first ever NLL Game of the Week on TSN. The 20-game regular season broadcast schedule begins when Brett Manney and the Albany FireWolves go to face Tom Schreiber in the Toronto Rock from the Rock's new home, the First Ontario Centre in Hamilton, Ontario, again Saturday, December 4th at 7 p.m. It's going to be very exciting to watch this continue to develop. Another opportunity for the NLL to grow and for more folks to really take in the spectacle that is box lacrosse. There's going to be a game pretty much every single Saturday night during the course of the year. There's also going to be a select amount of Friday games and a Thursday game on Thursday, December 30th. The FireWolves are back on the NLL Game of the Week on Friday, March 11th, when they are on the road at Halifax. So they will be featured in their season opener, their franchise opener as the FireWolves up in Toronto in December, and then again in March on the 11th when they will be featured playing against Halifax, which from everything that I have heard is one of the best markets anywhere in Canada in terms of just the passion for the sport of lacrosse. So very exciting news there. Very exciting to see another outlet for this fantastic sport to be able to continue to grow. Again, the NLL Game of the Week on TSN up in Canada. Another fantastic spot for NLL to be featured. Hopefully, if you're following the team on Twitter and Instagram at ALB Firewolves, you also got to see some fantastic shots from NLL Media Day. That was really exciting. Got to see Colton Watkinson and Riley O'Connor in the white, the maroon, and the gold, the tannish gold, putting on the stripes, putting on the jerseys, putting on the helmets, and getting to show off what they're going to look like when the team gets underway in December. So, again, if you haven't followed the team, I don't know what else you can do other than going to at ALB Firewolves, Twitter, Instagram, and everywhere on social media. That's where you can get all of the updates on the team. And it's important to follow them now while you can during the preseason. The team is still involved in the preseason, so they're getting ready to get underway. They're practicing. They're starting to get their strategies nailed down. So why not get everything nailed down on your end? As a fan of the Albany Firewolves and as a listener to this show, make sure you follow the team at ALB Firewolves. While you're at it, you can also follow our fine station here at 1045 The Team on Twitter and Instagram, and you can give us a like on Facebook as well. So today on the program, like we mentioned earlier on, we're going to be joined by Brett Manney. He's a defender on this Albany Firewolves team. He is a captain on this Albany Firewolves team, and he's been around in the NLL since 2008. He is a veteran presence on this team. He has a very unique perspective as a veteran of the lacrosse game, seeing how it's changed, how it's grown, and he knows exactly what it takes to be successful, both as a captain of a lacrosse team and as a lacrosse team as a whole, professionally, and possibly taking home a championship trophy. So, when we return, Brett Manney will join us here on the Wolves Den, 1045 The Team ESPN Radio and the free 1045 The Team app. The Wolves Den brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Get your Mick Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. More in a moment on 1045 The Team.
Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy the crisp, clean taste of Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs per bottle. Grab Michelob Ultra all horse racing season at King's Tavern, Lake George Beach Club, Naked Turtle, and Carson's Woodside Tavern. Michelob Ultra. It's a bet you can't lose when you choose Michelob Ultra. Always enjoy responsibly.
Precision Lacrosse is the area's only real lacrosse store dedicated entirely to the fastest game on 2 feet. Locally owned and operated, our expert staff can help you with everything you need to make sure your game is on point. Whether it's fitting up a youth player with the right-sized gear or restringing the newest head for the most seasoned laxers, Precision Lacrosse is your one-stop destination for everything lacrosse. Visit us at 704 New Loudon Road in Latham or online at precisionlax.com. Ortho New York is a team of 42 physicians and more than 300 staff, saving lifestyles through whole orthopedic care. With 13 locations in the capital Saratoga region, Ortho New York offers clinical care, on-site imaging, pain management, outpatient surgery, and physical therapy wherever you live, work, and play. And knowing that injuries can't be scheduled, we provide walk-in urgent care in Albany, Schenectady, Clifton Park, and Saratoga. Get to know your bone and joint experts. Visit orthony.com today. The National Lacrosse League is back. The Times Union Center will be rocking once again as the fast-paced, action-packed game of box lacrosse officially returns on Saturday, December 18th. And don't miss our Michelob Ultra pregame atrium party, featuring live music by the Refrigerators. Single-game tickets for the home opener are on sale now at albanyfirewolves.com. The Firewolves inaugural season is presented by CDPHP. Be there as we pack the house.
Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy the crisp, clean taste of Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs per bottle. Grab Michelob Ultra all horse racing season at Saratoga City Tavern, King Neptune's, Sport Island Pub, and Bailey's Cafe. Michelob Ultra. It's a bet you can't lose when you choose Michelob Ultra. Always enjoy responsibly.
For almost 50 years, the Desmond Hotel has been a landmark in the Albany community. Now, completely transformed to meet the needs of today's modern travelers, we invite you to experience the new Crowne Plaza Albany, the Desmond Hotel. Relax in 323 guest rooms and suites, and recharge in the new 24-hour fitness center, indoor heated pool, and on-site restaurant. For meetings, weddings, and other milestone events, choose Crowne Plaza Albany, the Desmond Hotel, the official hotel of the Albany Firewolves. For more than 35 years, CDPHP has focused on one thing, improving the health of its members. So what does that mean for you? It means high-quality benefits, one-on-one support, and access to the best doctors in the area. Combine that with local award-winning customer service, and you've got a winning team. No matter your needs, you need CDPHP. Learn more at cdphp.com. This message is brought to you by the Capital District Physicians Health Plan, Inc.
Do you have a wedding that you need favors for? A walk or a race that you need team t-shirts for? A graduation that you need invitations for? Opening a new business or maybe rebranding and need business cards or envelopes? Court documents that you need to file? Copies of blueprints? A banner? Did you know that Camelot Print and Copy Centers can do all that for you, plus much more? All jobs, big and small, we print practically everything. Let our team become a part of your team. Camelot Print and Copy Centers. Print, copy, cookies.
Stop by ABC Sports and Fitness today and see why we are the premier gym in the Capital District. Brand new cardio, indoor track, boxing section, personal training, and tanning, plus 50 group fitness classes 7 days a week. Inside of ABC, you will also find the Albany Barbell Club. ABC Sports and Fitness, located at 3 Johnson Road in Latham, or online at abcsportsandfitness.com. ABC Sports and Fitness is a proud partner and the official gym of the Albany FireWolves.
Team Camelot is here for you in these uncertain times. With altered hours of 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, they're still able to handle all types of printing and copying. They'll gladly accommodate hands-free delivery to anyone with a valid account. Their front counter is open for anyone who would like to pick up. Need to create an altered menu for your restaurant? Need signs for hand washing? Need it today? Yes, they can still do that. Visit teamcamelot.com or call 518-435-9696. Camelot Print and Copy Centers. Print, copy, cookies.
Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy the crisp, clean taste of Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs per bottle. Stock up on Michelob Ultra at Minogue's Beverage on West Avenue, EBI Beverage Center, or enjoy at Nanola and the Horseshoe. Michelob Ultra. It's a bet you can't lose when you choose Michelob Ultra. Always enjoy responsibly.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den, coming to you from the Recovery Sports Grill in East Greenbush on 104.5 The Team.
Welcome back to the Wolves Den here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio, the free 104.5 The Team app. Again, the Wolves Den is brought to you by Michelob Ultra. You can get your Mick Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. We are now officially under a month away from the Albany FireWolves home opener at the Times Union Center. It is Saturday, December 18th at 7 p.m. Very exciting time for all lacrosse fans in the Capital Region. We're very lucky to be joined by a defender on this Albany FireWolves team, the captain of the FireWolves. He is Brett Manney. He joins us here on the Wolves Den, 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Brett, I want to give everybody a chance to get to know you a little bit before you got here to Albany and joined the FireWolves. So we'll talk a little bit about college and kind of your transition into the professional game. But before getting to college, where did you grow up, and then how did you kind of get involved with lacrosse early on?
Yeah, I'm a Philly boy. I grew up outside of Philly. I went to a small school called Holy Ghost Prep. I played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse there, but I didn't start playing lacrosse till 8th grade. And it wasn't until I went to like 2 recruiting camps, like heading into like my senior year, where I really started getting some attention from some very high-level Division I schools. I always thought I was going to play basketball in college, to be completely honest, and started getting some of these attention. And my dad's like, hey, some of these schools are great. You might not get to go to Dartmouth, but at least like we're getting some interest there. And I was a very raw athlete, and I think it allowed me to pursue some opportunities at some very good schools post high school. So that's when I ended up going to University of Delaware. But I grew up outside of Philadelphia and went through a great education in high school, which led to the University of Delaware. But yeah, I played 3 sports growing up, and I was a multi-sport athlete and loved it.
Before we get to college, is it important for younger athletes, at least in your mind, there may not be a strong answer to this, but is it important to younger athletes to play those multiple sports when they're a little bit younger?
100%. And, I know in my line of business, we have a club team and those kids play and practice year round. But at the same point in time, I think for kids in general, if you keep doing that from a young age, you could get stale. And that kind of happened with me with soccer. And by the time it was my junior, senior year in high school soccer, despite the success that our team had, and I was just like, man, like I'm definitely not playing this in college because I was just kind of over it. So the fact that you can play multiple sports allows you to interact with different kids and, works on different parts of your game. And by playing one sport, it could help the other sport. It kept me fresh and knowing that my body was going from 3 different things because I played 3 different sports. So it's just I wasn't constantly using the same muscles. And it was exciting for me to go from one season to the other. And I think, a lot of people now are putting all their eggs in one basket. And I would just say do as much as you can. And, once you get to high school, sophomore, junior year, if you really want to focus on one sport, go ahead. But, at that point in time, do what you can and be a kid and have fun at it.
Well, there's our PSA for the show. He is Brett Manney. He joins us here on the Wolves Den 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio, the free 104.5 The Team app. Brett, tell us some of your favorite moments, your favorite memories from playing with the University of Delaware.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I had some incredible teammates that went over there, some of my best friends that I still stay in contact with today. And I'm very fortunate with the people that went to school there. I was very well like-minded people, and we got along very good, very well together. But, if there's one thing that stands out during my time is I went to the Final Four when I was a junior. That was an incredible experience. I mean, three out of our 4 years, we went to the conference championship, which was really cool. But the Final Four, we played at M&T Bank Stadium, and where the Ravens play. I don't know if it's still called M&T Bank anymore, but I believe that was still the record for most people at a Final Four game. And we took on national powerhouse Johns Hopkins. I think it was 2-1 or 3-1 at halftime. And it was a game up until kind of like later in the third and the fourth where they kind of pulled away. They had a few more horses than us. But being able to go there, that was the first time Delaware has ever gotten that far. And, playing on national TV and being able to come home. I'm from a small town in Pennsylvania that's not known for lacrosse. And people being so excited and thrilled and happy that, they were be able to say, hey, I know that guy on TV was pretty remarkable. So being able to play in that game in front of all those fans is something which is unreal. And I remember sitting with one of my best friends after the game, like sitting on the bench and soaking it in, thinking that all these people were there to watch us. It's pretty cool as a 21-year-old.
That is very cool, indeed, and he is Brett Manney. He joins us here on the Wolves Den. Now, Brett, you've had a fantastic professional career that began back, it appears, with the NLL in 2008 out in San Jose. Where are some of the stops that you've had along the way in your professional career?
San Jose to outside Seattle. We played in Everett, Washington, and then I got traded to Philadelphia. I played in Philadelphia for 45 years, and then we relocated to Connecticut, to Uncasville, Connecticut. Played in Connecticut for the last 6 years, and then now I'm in Albany. So really spanned all over the place. You should see my frequent flyer miles. They rack up. I think on American Airlines alone, I have like 630,000 miles on American. So I told my wife, I'm like, we're doing a trip to like Fiji first class, just on American.
So you bring up an interesting point, and I'm glad that you brought it up so that we can talk about it. You've been through a relocation once already in your career. So what do you remember from going from Philadelphia then to New England, that first relocation experience?
Yeah, Dan, I thought you were going to talk about Fiji, and we were going to have a discussion on Fiji. But
that's for after the show. We got a lot more time to talk about that.
Right. That's fine. I would say that, there was obviously like a learning curve when you move and the franchise moves and stuff. And I think not only for the players to get used to that area and get used to the arena and like, hey, here's our hotel and here's the arena and getting used to the airport. Like those things I don't think people notice is something that we have to get used to. But then it'll become second nature. Whereas if you're in the same city and that you've been there as like an away opponent, the ins and outs. So some of those things, even just like where to eat at the airport, like, where to catch the bus or grab an Uber, to knowing exactly where the hotel is, to the best way to get to the arena, to even like where's a good coffee place or somewhere to eat. Those things are kind of second nature when you're in cities. So you start to learn a little bit more about the surrounding area. So that takes a little bit of learning. And then also to the fans. A lot of the fans have to understand the game and have to learn some of their players, stuff like that. So they get used to that. But I think there's a little bit of nervous energy on both sides, I would say, of the floor, of the guys that are playing, and then also the fans. So I'm hoping that this year, like, we can show what we're capable of doing and being able to provide an awesome product for everyone in that capital region.
Brett, on the field and off the field, what in your mind makes a successful leader, a successful captain?
I think it's just caring. I think, like, there's so many cliches when it comes to being a leader and what matters and what doesn't. And trust me, I've read over the last many years, I've read so many books and I've listened to podcasts and stuff like that. And are you born a leader? Do you develop into it? And so on and so forth. And I think that's a little bit of both. And everyone has their own way of leading. But I think it's just caring. It goes a lot. Like, I care a lot about this game. I care a lot about the guys that are in that locker room. And if you truly care about the person that you're playing with, it allows you to care more about them off the floor, and it leads to stronger relationships and stronger chemistry on the floor. So if you're willing to do those things and spend more time getting coffee or getting meals together and just hanging out in each other's room, well, you're more willing to go to bat for that someone on the floor. And you're more willing to have difficult conversations with these people and know that it comes from a good place. And sometimes you're going to have to hear things you don't want to hear. But, that also makes it, that person who's on the other end of it knows that it probably takes a lot of courage from the person who's coming from the other side because of how much that person means to them. So I think a lot of it is caring and obviously leading by example. And it's what I've always tried to do in anything. So, and I'm just fortunate enough that I get to learn from such a great leader like Coach Clark, a guy that I really admire. And he's been able to put a team together of what I feel like is, 22 Glenn Clarks, just wearing different disguises. So I'm very happy and fortunate that I get to lead with a bunch of really good leaders right next to me.
Brett, what excites you about coming up to the Capital Region to start your time with the FireWolves?
What excites me really is just being able to play with my teammates again. The fact that we had the last 18 months stripped out of us, and no one wants to talk about the past, but we were on pace to do something really special before COVID hit. We were the best team in the league, and we beat the other teams that everyone thought, well, we're the best teams behind us. So we proved we could play with anybody or beat anybody. And you lose some pieces, but you also get some pieces back. I think we got younger. I think we got faster, and I think we got a lot smarter too. So I'm very excited just to get back to playing with 22 guys who I really love and care about, and just even enjoying their time and company and laughs and jokes. And look, like I'm a Philly guy, so if you're in that locker room, Dan, like, you need thick skin. There's going to be jabs coming, and there's going to be jokes. But I think that's what kind of makes us a really good team, is that everyone's able to bust on each other, and you're able to dish it and then get it back. So I'm missing some of that locker room, which was taken away, and get back to those guys. And for this region to see kind of what we bring, the guys that are going to be out on the floor are top-notch lacrosse players, donning that jersey. And I'm excited to see what the fans bring, and hearing all these great things about the fans of the Capital Region and how much they love lacrosse. And I'm hoping that it's just a great marriage that we can have there for many years to come.
Brett Manney, it's been an absolute pleasure to get to talk to you today. Hope to talk to you again on the Wolves Den real soon.
Thanks, Dan. And like we always like to say, go Wolves. And we always yell, oh, get a good old howl.
He is Brett Manney. He has joined us here on the Wolves Den, 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio, the free 104.5 The Team app. And that is it for the Wolves Den here on a Saturday morning. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday morning here in the Capital Region. Again, the Wolves Den has been brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Get your Mick Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. Make sure you follow the team on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere on social media at ALB Firewolves. And pack the house on Saturday, December 18th. Get your tickets now. You can call the team. You can visit the box office. And, of course, you can go to albanyfirewolves.com for tickets and more information. For my guest this week, Brett Manney, Dan Bahl saying thank you for listening. You've been listening to The Wolves Den here on 104.5 The Team ESPN Radio, the free 104.5 The Team app. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week on The Wolves Den.
The Wolves Den, your source for all things Albany FireWolves, has been presented by Michelob Ultra. Get your Mick Ultra Party Zone tickets now by visiting albanyfirewolves.com. We'll see you next time on 104.5 The Team.
104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio.